well in my Beauty and the Beast series. Even though this isn't the last video in the series, it's the last one I did on a nail, and it's going to be Cogsworth. They all go together so well, and they're all part of a necklace. And if you have seen the pictures of the necklace in any of my past videos or in this one, then you will have noticed that there are two little charms that aren't on a nail. And so the videos for that one, or I should say the video for those two charms, is going to be coming up on Tuesday. So if you want to see how I made those, like I said, this is the last nail in the series, and that's the last one that is photographed on my hand, but it is still, there are still more in this series. So if you love Beauty and the Beast, definitely check back for those, as well as how I just finished the necklace and how I made it. So if you're interested in that, as far as even just taking any of your practice nails and making them into a wearable piece of art, that is just something that's fun and great to do, so that you're not just creating something and then having it sit in a drawer or a box. I hope you guys love this video, and if you missed the previous ones, they will be linked in the description box below, and I will see you next time. Bye! So you guys can just watch me sculpt Mr. Cogsworth, and while we're doing that, I just wanted to have a chit chat with you guys. It is something I consider doing in a live video, just like an extra one, not one of my classes, and then I thought, I'll just throw it in with a video. And you guys have seen me sculpt all the other characters, and if you want more of a detailed instruction on them, it's a pretty similar as far as process goes, so I will direct you to one of those other videos. But otherwise, we're just going to have a quick chat. So I want to describe something that's been happening to me lately. And I have a feeling that it'll resonate with a lot of other people, just because in a certain way, we're all sort of we're all dealing with the same stuff right now. So I personally draw a lot of inspiration from new experiences and new sights and new things, and just being out in the world and traveling. I used to travel quite often, even just like weekends. Prior to COVID, I would be gone, I would say, more weekends a summer than I'd be home, just with different things, going to different art fairs and, taking Melody to an amusement park and just all the different things that you do in the summer. I wasn't hardly home at all. And then in the winter, we would go different places. There was an outlet mall that we would go to every 4 months or something. And there was just, we traveled, we did things, I saw things, and I drew inspiration from it like a sponge. And I'd have this list in my notebook of 200 ideas easily, constant, that I would maintain. And sometimes, it would go more than that. Sometimes it would drop lower, but it would always be bursting with inspiration. And I would always, I'd go do something and I would come back with 4 or 5 ideas without any struggle at all. And it was something that it kept my brain moving. It kept me excited about doing nails. And I have been taking COVID extremely seriously. We haven't even really gone grocery shopping in the past year and a half, which I know sounds extreme to some people, but we've been doing just like the grocery pickups and online ordering, and it was actually just kind of easy. I mean, with Melody, it's sometimes a big deal to go to a grocery store. So we haven't done anything. I've been at home for the past 18 months. I haven't done a thing. And I slowly have found that my inspiration and my drive to continue has just been going down. I mean, it's like been a steady decrease over time. And I guess the reason I'm bringing this up is because I know I'm not alone. And while I still love nails, I still, I intend to maintain my upload, progress and do everything that I've been doing. It's a frustrating experience. And it's something that I would love to connect with anybody who's going through the same kind of a thing. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of you. I'm sure any artist out there, especially those that draw from just experiences, has felt this. And my list of, like I said, it usually was around 200 ideas. It is down to, I don't know, I'm trying to struggle to keep it above 50 is where I'm at. And I will seriously just sit with my notebook. Melody can attest to this when I'm helping her eat her breakfast. I will just have my notebook and a pen next to me, and any ridiculous idea that comes into my mind, I write it down. And I have written down like every Disney movie out there just to kind of give myself something to think about. And it works out because I love Disney movies. So that's not really an issue to keep drawing from Disney movies. And Melody watches them all the time. So that is something that I do get a lot of exposure to. But it's something that, like I said, I thought I wanted to share it with you guys. And then I wanted to share some things, if you're going through this, that I have found have helped me. So for one thing, I have talked to my husband about this, and he, is super supportive. And just the fact that, to talk about it helps. And, you kind of get it out of your system, because it can weigh you down if, you rely on inspiration and continued idea flow. If all of a sudden it sort of drops down a little bit, it can be a very stressful time, especially if you're not sharing it with anybody. So I talked to my husband about it for sure. And then that's one thing. And even if you just talk to yourself or write it down, if you like journal or something, that can definitely help just kind of get it off your chest. Once you write it down or once you say it out loud, it takes away its power. At least I've heard that before. I don't know if it's 100% true or not, but that's something. And then the other thing that I have done is I stopped just looking at your classic nail things for inspiration, because I do scroll Instagram occasionally just to try to get, keep on top of trends and all of that. And I found that while that does help, and sometimes you can see somebody else's work and get inspired, and, they have an idea or a concept that you're like, hey, you know what, I could do this, but in my own way. That's certainly a great way to take inspiration. But like I said, non-nail inspiration. So if you are in the same boat as me, follow nature photographers, follow people that go and do things. And especially if there's somebody that's really active on social media, I don't want to belittle somebody that just posts selfies, but not somebody that just posts selfies. Follow somebody that posts things that are interesting. And so, like I said, nature photographers are a great thing to try to look out for. Or just different, I know there are some things that are out there that just post like oddly satisfying things. There's accounts that just do stuff like that. That's great. One account I want to mention, if you are into nature photography and that kind of a thing, is BBC Earth on Instagram. Posts some beautiful imagery. And so if that's something you like, definitely follow them. You never know what they might post that would strike some inspiration. So that's definitely one thing to do. And then, like I said, once you're aware of it, and like for me, I was just inside all the time. I stopped looking for inspiration because there was nothing new. I stopped having that constant eye searching for what my next concept would be, because there just wasn't anything. And so it got to the point where my brain started to think a little differently. And so I'm now actively, now that I, am aware of the issue, I am actively looking for new concepts, and I'm actively searching my brain, and I am finding that it is coming back. But it is just, so that's it. Like I said, I almost did this in a live video so that I could interact with you guys a little bit more. And then I was sitting here doing my voiceovers and feeling like I just wanted to get it out there. So here we are. I hope you guys have been enjoying this Cogsworth video with me chatting my little problems away. But he is so cute, and all of this whole set is just adorable. So once he's finished, finish him off with some gel sealer and some matte top coat. Otherwise, all the products I used were acrylic and acrylic paint. Those are my favorites. But he's done, and this whole set is done. Otherwise, I do have two more designs, one video coming up, like I said in the beginning, that is going to be for Chip and for the Rose. I am so excited to show you that, because not only does it show that you can use acrylic to make anything, and it doesn't have to be a nail, but it also, I put in how to turn a nail into a pendant, so you can create stuff like this yourself with any practice nails you have, which save them from going to waste. So if you're interested, check for that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!